Alright, fuckers, this is number 2. I'm going to try not to get as sidetracked as the last video. Alright, we're actually going to look at some fucking news headlines and how ridiculous and stupid they are. Without, hopefully, you know I'm going to get sidetracked at some point, but I'm going to try and keep it to a minimum. I'm not. I'm going to get sidetracked. I'm not going to try and... That's kind of what I do. It's alright. Fucking brain hops around and just... bleh, shit just spews out of my mouth. I'm just as surprised at the things I say as you are. I like it that way. It keeps things fun. Anyway, let's jump into the news. I just did a fucking googly search for the fucking today's news. Grab the top 3 sites. Sometimes it's USA Today, and it seems like CNN and Fox are always in the top 3, and then it'll be like USA Today. Today it's NBC was the first one. USA Today was number 4 in my looking up today's news. Maybe they didn't have as much news today as the other today's new thing. Fuck, I don't know. But I don't care. But it keeps it, I guess, a little more, whatever, random. So let's just see what's going on in today's headlines. That's a large range of motion for my eyebrows. Huh. I didn't realize they moved quite that far. Anyway, we're starting with NBC. NBC's website for today's news. It says, inside secretive Chinese camps thought to be detaining 1 million Muslims. Couple things. Secretive Chinese camp. If it's so secret, how the fuck did they get inside? How did they know about it to begin with if it's secretive? And if it's so secretive, how'd they get in there with cameras? Can't be that secretive. So first off, I'm calling bullshit. And then thought to be. Well, they're there with cameras. And I see the picture shows like a classroom with a bunch of, looks like guys in their like, I don't know, mid-20s to mid-30s, all wearing khaki pants and yellow polo shirts, sitting at computers. And there's a lady up front at a desk with a chalkboard behind her. It looks like it's a computer class. Now, and these guys all look Asian. You can't really see their feet. You can just see, it's like they're turned away. You can just see maybe tip of a nose, but the cheek structure and jawline, I don't know, looks very Asian to me. So they don't exactly look Muslim. But, I guess you can have Asian Muslims, I suppose. Don't they? They do, I think. Probably, maybe. I don't know. I don't care. But thought to be detaining 1 million Muslims, I think that's irresponsible. Thought to be. So they don't actually have any facts. They're basically saying anytime it says thought to be, that's just admitting that they're making shit up. And that they have no proof one way or the other. They're just like, And I don't care if it said secret Chinese camps thought to be detaining 1 million American citizens. It seems like that would affect me more. I'd be slightly more concerned. But detaining 1 million Muslims, and only thought to be. Thought to be. So they don't really know. Supposedly it's a secret Chinese camp. If it's so secret, how'd they find out? and how they get cameras in there. Because if it's, secret places, they usually don't let film crews in. Area 51, it's a place we know it exists, but it is what goes on there is a top secret military installation. So, you're not allowed to take a film crew inside. You're barely allowed to get close enough to the fucking main gate, which is way the fuck far away from what's actually happening there. So, there's thought to be aliens. No one has any fucking proof, one way or the other. But it's thought to be. No proof. Just making shit up. So I don't care about that. And then, real life RoboCop was at the scene of a crime. Then it moved on. Oh, we don't know what happened between being at the scene of a crime and it moving on. The way they worded that seems like it's just like, murder. Maybe the guy was a dick. On about my business. Doesn't say that it tased the guy, the criminal, and handcuffed him. Sent a little for fucking regular cops to come pick him up, and then moved on to the next crime. So we don't know what it did at the scene of a crime. You could say that with regular police. Without saying, hey, a crime happened, and the police showed up. Yeah, then they moved on. All right, well, did they resolve? Did they arrest somebody? It doesn't say. It doesn't say what they did while they were at the scene of a crime. So that tells you nothing. That's just a bullshit fucking headline. More bullshit. Ooh, here we got an unexpected player in high-tech surveillance is helping the government monitor people. And it shows a bunch of security cameras. Some are going side to side, some are going up and down. And it's got the little Motorola M logo in it, from which we can infer that it's Motorola unexpected player high-tech surveillance. If you don't think that they can activate your camera and your microphone and on your fucking cell phone and listen in and see what the fuck is going on, you're an idiot. They can do that. Hackers can do that. Government can do that. Motorola can do that. Whoever made your fucking cell phone can do that. Because they made the thing. And they could have easily put a little fucking switch in there, or just a couple lines of code that they could just hit a button, or point and click on your fucking serial number of your fucking phone just at random and see what's going on and listen in to what's going on. I mean, it's already been shown that fucking, Facebook are collecting your fucking data. Amazon collects your data. YouTube collects your data. So they can, show you supposedly so they can show you relevant advertising. They see what it is, the kind of shit that you look up. Just the other day, Amazon. Alright? Ordered a couple more, just talked about it in the last video, some more horror movies for my son. Finished out the Texas Chainsaw Massacre series. And then today I get a suggestion from Amazon saying, hey, here's some suggestions for you based on stuff you've looked up. How to pick the best chainsaw for your needs. Well, I guess technically what I searched up had chainsaw in the title, but I was looking at DVDs, and now it's trying to sell me chainsaws. That's part of how they collect your fucking data. I don't know if I would consider that spying or just targeted advertising, as they like to call it. But yeah, they do that. That's just part of, if you're online, somewhere, someone, somehow is keeping tabs on what the fuck you look at so they can sell you more shit. Which is smart by the advertisers. I don't know where the line is. Some of it, it gets kind of annoying, but, you kind of understand it, and you go in knowing. The minute I search for this, I'm going to start getting suggestions for that kind of stuff. You know, I mean, a while ago I looked up mattresses because my son was switching to a bigger bedroom in the house. He had a bigger bed. He was on a twin, as most kids are. Went from a twin to a twin to a tween, a twin to a queen mattress. So I gave him my Tempur-Pedic, which had gotten a little too soft for my back. I need a firmer mattress. So I was looking up firmer mattresses. That was a year ago. Or no, that was 4 or 5 months ago. It was at the beginning of summer, like June. So, 4 months ago. I already got a new mattress. Still get mattress ads. Let's move on. But yeah, government monitors people. Ooh. You think? Unnecessary. Horrible, in quotes, horrible nursing home kitchens endanger the elderly, advocates say. And it shows kind of, like a cartoon with an old lady sitting at a table, and there's a giant mouse and giant roaches and shit all around them. Yeah, if your kitchen's dirty and it's full of vermin, roaches and mice and rats and shit, you're probably going to get people sick. And like super old people in nursing homes that can't take care of themselves and need round-the-clock care, a little more susceptible to shit like that. So again, it's an unnecessary headline. Kind of no shit. It's like, ooh, man gets struck by lightning twice, dies. Yeah, that's how lightning works. You electrocute somebody twice. A lot of times they're gonna die. Like the electric chair. Twice. It's kind of the point. No, stop it. Deadly Legionnaires outbreak could be tied to state fairs hot tubs. When you got a couple thousand people cycling through, the same fucking hot tub, gross. It's hot, not boiling, but it's warm water, very warm fucking water, which is, bacteria's fucking playground. If it's boiling, it'll kill them. But people aren't getting into boiling water because that would probably kill them too. So, yeah, no shit. I don't know why they weren't just have like a constant dump of chlorine going into that fucking hot tubs. Again, no brainer. Seems dumb. Singer Sia reveals she has a neurological disorder that leaves her in chronic pain. Okay. There's a lot of people in chronic pain. I'm in chronic pain. Got half my spine bolted together, basically rib cage, bottom of the rib cage, the entire lumbar portion. There's bolts and rods and plates and screws and shit holding my spine together. And, yeah, it hurts. All the time. What? What do you want? Did you want to come up? Here. Come on. No? You don't listen much. He's very strong-willed, my dog. He's like, fuck you, I'm not doing what you tell me. You're not the boss of me. I actually am. It's just sometimes it's hard to convince her of that. Are you coming up? Come on. Come on, little baby. There you go. Oh, little stumbler. Oh, look at that's my baby. That's my little baby. Mwah. I smooch the pooch. I do. I smooch my pooch because she's a good girl. Oh, and she likes to be part of things. There's my little Cocker Spaniel. Her name was Cutie. Full name, Cutie Pie Poopy John Doofer Claire Moore. Yeah, my son named her. He was 11 at the time. So there. But she is very cute. And we call her Snoots. And a Noodle, who likes to eat strudel with poodles at Kitten Caboodle while she doodles. Because it's funny when things rhyme. Anyway, which brings us to the next headline on here. Getting a second dog? Be ready for something different. Oh no, you mean all dogs aren't exactly alike with the exact same behavior as every other dog on the planet? You mean much like people, they all react differently to different stimulus and have their own personalities and characters and stuff like that? Is that what you're trying to say? What the hell? When did that happen? Huh? When the hell did that happen? That's stupid. That's a dumb thing to say. Ah, it's like this one. Ooh, NASA announces spacewalk bonanza, including first all-female outing. You know, people don't give a shit about that kind of thing as much as you think they do. No one's going around saying that women shouldn't be allowed to go on an all-women spacewalk. No one cares. Maybe a couple of people care. Mostly it's the fucking journalists who care. And a few feminists. But for the most part, nobody cares. And it's not that we don't care that women are walking in space. We don't care that it's all female. It's not that big a deal. Great. Cool. Women are fucking walking in space. All right. Well, what are they doing? Did we spend $1 billion just to send some women up into space just so they could walk in space? Just to say it's the first all-female spacewalk? Because that seems like a fucking waste of money. Are they going out there to actually do something? Are they qualified to do that, something that they're going to do? And are they like the best person for the job? That's what most people are concerned about. That's what I get concerned about. I don't care whether you're a man or a woman, gay, straight, black, white, orange, yellow, green, polka dotted, fucking Protestant, Catholic, Muslim, Hindu, Sikh. I don't give a shit. Are you good at your job? Are you a good person? If you're a dick, I'm not going to like you. I don't like people who are douchebags. Not a big fan of douchebags. Don't care what color they are. I've known douchebags of all race, creeds, and colors and religions. It's not something that's exclusive to one particular group. You know? It's kind of a worldwide phenomenon. Yeah. I like people who have good hearts. I like people with nice smiles. That's the first thing I look at in a woman is the eyes and her smile. Does she have inflamed fucking bug eyes that look angry all the time, or does she have kind eyes? Does she have a nice smile? You know, you see all these girls, these Instagram girls doing. I know the duck face was real big for a time, and now they're. I don't know what the fuck kind of look they're doing on their face, but goddamn, it's like keep scrolling. She looks mad. She looks like she would, not be a whole lot of fun to have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. And then you come across a girl with a, picture of somebody that's got a really nice smile, and the smile actually gets into the eye. You can see people, where their eyes seem like they're smiling. That's that's the first thing that I'm drawn to, is the eyes and the smile. Some guys are boob guys, some guys are butt guys, and I'm not discounting a nice round booty and a nice rack. Always a plus. But if she's got kind of that angry fucking look on her face all the time, ugh. Scroll. It's just, it kind of cancels out everything else. That's just me. I don't know. Apparently, nowadays men aren't allowed to have preferences. What else? Oh, 83-year-old man dies after being hit by vehicle in Skyway. What What the fuck was a vehicle doing in a skyway? And what the hell kind of vehicle was it? Like a golf cart? How do you die after getting hit by a golf cart? It didn't say it was a golf cart, but I'm imagining if it's skyway and it's a capital S, so it's probably a specific thing. Why would there be, like a truck up there? I don't know. Anyway, let's see what CNN's got. I think they just got a bunch of crap. Sunny day flooding and 90-degree days during South's endless summer. Ooh, down south, close to the equator, which is closest to the sun. More warmer and sunnier days. Huh. Who'd have thought? Oh, this one was cool. Father and son 3D print Lamborghini. When I first saw that, I was thinking, like a Matchbox car, because you see the 3D printers. It's most of them. I'm sure they've gotten bigger and better by now, but when those were like a big deal and in the news a lot, it was really like a 6-inch by 6-inch little printing area. Couldn't really print like huge stuff. At least, like the home ones and stuff. So, first thought, ooh, Matchbox car. Maybe a slightly bigger one. Maybe one that's like 6 inches long, A bigger Matchbox car, but still, who gives a shit? Turns out, they're fucking printing off like, body panels and piece by piece. And I guess they're figuring out, like the hood and then breaking it up into sections and printing it out of carbon fiber and gluing the shit together, and then boom, we got a hood. I don't know what they did like for a frame. It did say they're using a Corvette engine, because I actually clicked on that one. But yeah, they're fucking 3D printing a fucking Lamborghini. See, it'll be done in the springtime, and it's going to cost them about 20 grand. Which I'm sure probably, half of that was for the fucking Corvette engine. But, so it started off seeming kind of dumb. Why is this a story? But, turns out it's kind of a cool thing. I know you can't really see her, but she's still on my lap. Puppy wheelie. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Goofy dog. What else we get? NFL star breaks jaw during game. Keep your helmet on, you dumbass. Or wear one that fits. That's kind of what those things are for. Maybe he had one of those super skinny face masks, like he was a kicker or something. Or just had like the little 2-bar. Wear something that extends below your chin, so it protects it from getting broken. That seems, I don't know, seems like his own goddamn fault for not having the proper equipment. Or then, then it's the coach's fault for not making him wear the proper equipment. There's a lot of stupid shit on here. I don't know. Oh, we tried Uber's new helicopter service. How expensive is that ride going to be? Because it's showing what is that, a Bell 222 with retractable gear. I think that is probably the latest iteration of the Bell 222. I mean, it's cool, but I don't know. I find it difficult getting overly excited about just a helicopter ride, because I used to fly them. That was a lot of fun. If they let you fly, I don't know. I'm sure they don't, because, liability and shit. But, I still have my commercial license. Well, I need to get a flight physical to make it valid again. And I don't know that I could pass the commercial flight physical. I could definitely pass the private. That one's easy. Basically, if they shine a light in your mouth and it doesn't come out your ass, you're pretty much good. It's a little more involved than that, but that's how basic it is. Let's move to Fox. There really wasn't any like news on CNN. Bunch of political shit. Here's one. And it's just, it cracks me up and makes me mad at the same time. Just the hypocrisy in this kind of story. So it says flight attendants busted carrying 40 pounds of cocaine worth $3 million. It's a lot of cocaine. 40 pounds. That's, do you think they had to pay the extra, the baggage fees? Because it was more than the acceptable weight or something? I don't know. But then the first little blurb says Southwest flight attendant allegedly profiled Trump supporter in Facebook post, airline investigating. You know, if she was a Bernie Sanders supporter or a Hillary supporter or any kind of Democrat whatsoever, it would just say flight attendant busted. It wouldn't list her political affiliation as if that had anything to do with with smuggling cocaine. The fuck does that have to do with smuggling cocaine? But since it's a Republican, apparently, allegedly, got to throw that in there, allegedly profiled Trump supporter. What does that have to do with the fucking being a flight attendant and smuggling cocaine? Absolutely nothing. But they gotta throw it in there. I mean, they don't gotta, but they do every fucking time. Unless she's a Democrat. Now here it says University of Kansas apologizes for controversial Snoop Dogg show. Now Snoop Dogg was, in the last election, he was heavily supporting and endorsing Hillary. Big Hillary Clinton supporter. Doesn't mention that in the fucking headline of this, like it did with the flight attendant. And here's a fucking, it's a famous person. Why doesn't it say University apologizes for controversial Snoop Dogg allegedly profiled Hillary supporter? It's a controversial show. Why didn't it say that? There you go. Henry Winkler has been feuding with Tom Hanks for decades. Really? Over what? This isn't like some Hatfields and McCoys where they're constantly shooting at each other's houses. It's got to be a low-key feud if it's been going on for decades and we're just now hearing about it. So obviously it hasn't been that big of a deal. So who cares? I don't even know what the fuck this is supposed to be saying. Shows a picture of the Confederate flag, and it says, teacher calls Confederate flag, quote, white trash, save the date, end quote, to Mary's sister. What? Teacher calls Confederate flag, white trash, save the date to Mary's sister. What is that even saying? And what the fuck is going on in this particular story? Those words in that order don't say anything. This one, it's a sad story that I misread. I misread one word, and it totally changed the tone of the story. And it's a horrible thing. Don't think that I'm making fun of what actually happened, because it's bad. No one should do that. Okay? But when you read it wrong, it does seem a little funny. So it says 4 homeless men fatally beaten in their sleep in New York City's Chinatown. Suspect in custody. Now, what kind of cowardly piece of shit goes and beats 4 homeless people to death while they're sleeping? Or any people to death while they're sleeping? Now, unless it's like Hitler, like literally actual Hitler, not, you know, what the liberals calling everybody Hitler that don't agree with them. I don't mean like that. I mean literally like actual Adolf Hitler. If someone had gone in and shot him in his sleep, I'm not going to complain about that. Any actual just evil sons of bitches, you know? Jeffrey Dahmer, if someone, fucking went in and shot him while he was sleeping, or beat him to death while he was sleeping, him, John Wayne Gacy, Ted Bundy, uh, horrible, horrible, evil fucking people. Stalin, Mao Zedong, Papa Doc, you know, Che Guevara, people responsible for the deaths of, thousands and in some cases millions of people. Absolutely. But just some random homeless dude who's fucking sleeping? You're a dick. That is a dick thing to do. But, so I hope we got that point clear. But when I initially read this, I thought it said finally, not fatally. 4 homeless men finally beaten in their sleep. Like it was a big goal for somebody to beat these 4 people while they were sleeping. Maybe they were evil pricks. Maybe they were serial rapists. And that they, and they needed a good beating. And they finally got beaten in their sleep. It's like, oh shit, what'd they do? That the news is saying they finally got the beating that they deserved. So that seemed funny. And then it's, fatally. Yeah, that's not cool. So, very, very, very funny. Let's see. What else we got here? Prince William, Kate Middleton take George and Charlotte to cheer on Aston Villa versus Norwich. Oh, okay. I guess next we're going to get a story that they went for ice cream. Oh, they went to a sporting event. Hey, look at that. They're eating pizza. Hey, what do you know? They got shoes on. Hey, he's wearing red pants. Oh, would you look at that? He laces his shoes right over left. What kind of fucking psychopath laces their shoes right over left? It's got to be left over right. All of them. Or you're insane and should probably be locked up. And this fucking cunt. This is the one who should have been beat to death while she was sleeping. Mom kills son 2 after he refuses to eat a hot dog. The fuck is wrong with you, lady? Now see, if you put that in, mix that with the other story. Mother kills 2-year-old son after refuses to eat hot dog, fatally beaten in her sleep. We'd all be clapping. I don't wish ill on most people. There's some people I think they could benefit from a good bonk on the head with a rubber mallet. And I don't mean just fucking beating them to death, just a good thump right on the forehead when they start spouting nonsense. In fact, I'm going to start carrying my rubber mallet with me everywhere I go. And just boom, just a tap on the forehead. Stop it. You're insane. Now we're getting a little long here, but fuck it, let's keep going. We're going to look at the little blurbs, the little features and faces, because those are funny. Like after losing 250 pounds, Pierce Brosnan's wife is unbelievably gorgeous. That's a lot. What did she weigh? Like 400 pounds? 450? 800 pounds? Man. I mean, it's impressive. That's impressive. That's me. She lost me. So I'm like right at 250. Man, someone loses 250 pounds. Yeah, they're going to look a little different. My head isn't nearly as round as it was. What else? Dessert removed because of political name. Now, see, that's fucking dumb. If you get upset over the name of a dessert, rubber mallet time. Bonk. Stop it. Blake and Ryan welcome third child. I would hope so. That's just a weird way to say that. Can't say they're excited about their third child. Instead of like, third child comes and they're like, nah, you're here. Pfft, get out. It's just weird. Miley fires back at critics. Most people do. It's not just, unique to Miley Cyrus that, fuck, Trump fires back at critics all the time. Most people fire back at critics. What else? Gilligan's Island shocker. They weren't actually stranded on an island. Shocking, huh? What else? Aaron deletes apology to family. Okay, people do shit like that all the time. Origin of horrific plague discovered. It's rat fleas. We've known that. Eminem's kid shows off. Most kids show off. What the fuck kind of stories are these? Cop helps tired mom eat in peace. Holding a baby. Yeah, that's a nice feel-good story. A Wonder Years star in Big Trouble shows a little kid. That show was on, almost 30 years ago. Maybe 20 years ago. She's not a little kid anymore. She's in her 30s at least. People in their 30s get in trouble. People in their 20s get in trouble. Big trouble. Doing stupid shit. I don't know. There's so much. Just Tom Selleck Throwny. They spelled it THROWNE by daughters revealing photos. Yeah, that's every dad ever. All the girls in Playboy, I'm sure when their dad read that particular issue, he's like, oh shit. I'm going to turn that page quickly. I don't need to see that. Not that much. And you spelled throne wrong. Throwny. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Or is that some different dude? Some guy named Thomas Throne and his middle name is Selleck. I don't know. It doesn't say. And it's under science. Sponsored Science A to Z. So maybe it's the science of how you get throny by fucking revealing photos of your daughter. I think that's, again, every dad ever. So, yeah. Not a whole lot of news. A lot of it's ridiculous and but that's the state of the world today. We should all be carrying rubber mallets. And in some cases, just really big fucking hammers. You know, in case you need to fix a fence or something. The nails are coming out. All right, this is like my longest one yet, so I'm gonna call it. See you next time, fuckers.